Gobi Desert grows by about 3,000 kilometers each year.
The once vibrant land of northern and northwestern China is now a barren wasteland, scarred by the ravages of human activity and climate change. But amidst the seemingly endless stretches of sand and dust, a glimmer of hope shines through. A team of scientists in China has been toiling away, determined to reverse the damage and transform this barren landscape into lush green farmland. In this video, we will explore the cutting-edge techniques and technologies that the Chinese government is employing to bring this desert back to life. Get ready to be amazed and inspired. The Gobi Desert is a vast and unforgiving place that stretches over 500,000 square miles across northern China and southern Mongolia. This arid landscape is so dry that it barely gets 7 inches of rainfall each year, earning its name from the Mongolian word for a dry place. Despite its harsh climate, the Gobi contains 5 distinct ecosystems, each with its unique flora and fauna. From the eastern Gobi Desert steppe to the Alasan Plateau semi-desert, the Gobi boasts a diverse range of environments that make it an ideal habitat for a variety of species. But this is not all that makes the Gobi unique. It also holds some of the world's first fossilized dinosaur eggs, with discoveries including eggs from velociraptors, Avimimus, and Pinacosaurus. The Gobi's location in the rain shadow of the Himalayas and surrounding mountains means that it receives little precipitation, making it one of the driest places on Earth. While it is true that only a small portion of the Gobi is composed of traditional sand dunes, the desert's rocky terrain and sparse vegetation host a unique and diverse ecosystem. However, human activity and climate change have accelerated desertification, with the desert expanding by over 1,300 square miles annually. The loss of vegetation and soil erosion have led to a drier climate, which exacerbates the desertification process. The expansion of the desert poses a significant threat to human settlements, farmland, and biodiversity. Despite this, there are efforts to combat desertification through tree planting and other measures. However, with the desert continuing to expand, urgent action is needed to save this precious ecosystem. What has been the impact of desertification on China and its people? The severe problem of desertification in China has had a significant impact on both the environment and the people living there. As a result, agricultural zones have shifted and crops have failed, livestock have died, and water sources have dried up. However, the impact of this problem extends beyond agriculture and water resources. It also poses a significant obstacle to sustainable development, forcing entire communities to abandon their homes and become climate refugees. Consequently, the displaced people may need to seek refuge in other countries, potentially leading to resource-driven conflicts for survival. For those who have not yet lost their homes, sandstorms and dust pollution have become a regular occurrence. In early 2021, a post-apocalyptic orange haze shrouded Beijing due to sandstorms that spread across 12 provinces, affecting about 380 million hectares of land. The threat posed to human health is significant, as particulate matter in the air can damage internal organs and the respiratory system. Looking to the future, what is China doing to combat the pressing issue of desertification? Well, the World Bank has been pumping $80 million into a project in 7 counties and cities in Ningxia since 2012. Let's take a closer look at one of these locations, Lingwu County, situated on the fringes of the Maowusu Desert. Here, the Biatan Forest Farm covers a staggering 75,000 hectares of land, but with an annual rainfall of a measly 160 millimeters and an evaporation rate of over 2,000 millimeters, controlling sand dunes and preventing floods has been a constant battle. However, thanks to the project's funding, the farm has successfully adopted a 1+4 approach to restoring vegetation, effectively stopping sand dunes from shifting and bringing over 6,500 hectares of the desert under control. Now let's venture to Yanqi County, once a barren wasteland but now a verdant oasis. The use of straw checkerboards and a grazing ban has dramatically increased forest cover by 2%, and the number of dusty days per year has decreased by an average of 11. The area has become a haven for tanned sheep, and farmers have received subsidies for sheep sheds and benefited from improved roads and other infrastructure. Finally, let's explore Chongwei. a city bordered by the Tenga Desert. Its first attempt to control the sand dates back to the 1950s, when the Baotou-Langzhou Railway, China's first railway through the desert, was built nearby. Thanks to the project's support, more than 21,000 hectares of desert have been placed under a network of straw checkerboards, creating a colossal net covering a vast sea of sand and keeping the sand dunes in place. This has protected critical infrastructure, including railways and highways, and has boosted the city's tourist industry. This project is an excellent example of how sustainable development can positively impact the environment, the economy, and the local community. China has set an example in the global fight against desertification with its 3 North Shelter Belt program, also known as the Green Great Wall of China. The project aims to plant millions of trees along a 2,800-mile border of northern China's encroaching desert, serving as a green wall to protect fertile grassland and farmlands from desertification, while absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. The government has also developed a national action program, offering incentives for private sector organisations to invest in restoring degraded areas. In addition, the Belt and Road Joint Action Initiative, launched in 2016, aims to combat desertification across the Silk Road region, showcasing China's commitment to sustainable development. The ambitious Green Great Wall project will cost up to $8 billion, but will be worth it as it aims to plant 88 million acres of forests by 2050. The program is already ahead of schedule, with forest coverage increasing to 13.5% of the 15% target. As our planet continues to face the dire consequences of climate change, it is refreshing to see countries taking initiatives to combat the impending doom. China, with its 3 North Shelter Belt program and National Action Program to combat desertification, is setting an example for the world to follow. But what makes China's efforts truly unique is their use of licorice. Yes, you heard that right. The plant, famous for its sweet flavour and medicinal properties, is playing a crucial role in China's fight against desertification. Licorice is a mycorrhizal plant that not only helps improve soil fertility, but also has anti-salinity characteristics, making it perfect for controlling desertification in saline alkali soil. And now, with Yili Innovation's new technology, planting licorice has become 10 times more effective. By using a transplanting method that allows the plant to grow horizontally, China has not only achieved its goal of greening the desert, but also established a licorice industry chain, repaired the land, and driven the poor out of poverty. Yili Resources Group's efforts in combating desertification in northwestern China are nothing short of impressive. Not only have they developed a successful licorice planting technology, but they have also established a germplasm resources database of over 1,000 plant species, allowing them to breed desert plants and further their efforts in restoring degraded land. Their hard work has paid off, with the Kubuki Desert earning recognition as a global ecological economic demonstration zone. Yili's efforts have not only restored over 6,200 square kilometres of green desert, fixed millions of tonnes of carbon, and conserved billions of cubic metres of water, but also generated billions of yuan in ecological wealth, lifted thousands of locals out of poverty, and created millions of job opportunities. Their contributions have been recognised globally, with the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification awarding them the title of Global Leader in Desertification Control. Furthermore, China celebrates Tree Planting Day every year on March 12th, reminding people to fulfil their legal duty to plant 3 saplings a year. It's not just a legal obligation, but also an event that creates awareness and encourages people to participate in the fight against desertification. Meanwhile, the fight against desertification just got a powerful ally: nanoclay. This revolutionary technology is making waves around the world by helping combat desertification, a pervasive issue that affects many countries. Although traditional clay has been used to improve soil conditions, the labour-intensive task of mixing it with soil can harm the very systems it seeks to improve. That's where nanoclay steps in. Created by Desert Control, this cutting-edge solution retains the positive effects of clay applications without the grueling and hazardous process of mixing it into the soil. Instead, it is sprayed onto the surface in a water-based solution, and the nano-sized particles seep into the soil, creating an increased surface area that captures water and allows nutrients to blend with the soil before running off. One nanoclay tree treatment can last up to 5 years, improving water retention by 65% and reduce irrigation needs by up to 47%. And the best part? It can be done with standard agricultural tools and requires no special expertise, making it an accessible solution for anyone looking to combat desertification. Desert Control has been leading the charge in development and refinement of nanoclay solutions for over a decade. The company has tested its effectiveness and success in different countries, with independent testing and approval from the International Centre for Biosaline Agriculture, ICBA. Now, Desert Control is taking its efforts to the next level by scaling up manufacturing and bringing nanoclay to every corner of the world with a low-cost, portable facility that can fit inside a shipping container. The company is determined to reduce upfront costs as much as possible, targeting a price point of just 20 cents per square metre. Desert Control is even collaborating with the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification on the ambitious Great Green Wall project, which aims to build a wall of trees and agroforestry to halt desert expansion in North Africa. With this revolutionary technology, we have the power to improve soil conditions and pave the way for a more sustainable future for our planet. As we face the challenges of a growing population and warmer climate, it's essential to learn from China's experience and strike a balance between socio-economic development needs and the protection of our limited natural resources. China's efforts to combat desertification are commendable, and with their innovative ways, they are proving that we can find solutions to even the most pressing environmental problems. Now, share your opinions regarding China's efforts to combat desertification in the comments section below.